It's time for another Royal Mint unboxing. We've got the King Edward VII coins. Are they any good? Let's have a look. Let's see what they are all about. Here's the post-video carnage of the unboxing. So sit back, relax, and enjoy as I make a big mess of the table and show off these wonderful coins. Hello everybody, Backyard Bullion here, and welcome to a Royal Mint unboxing. Wish me all the best of luck for the quality of the coins. Hopefully they'll be up to scratch, no pun intended. These are the 1 ounce, we've got two of them, 1 ounce Silver Proofs British Monarchs King Edward VII coins, and we've got a 2 ounce version in the back as well. So let's crack on and open them up and have a look and see what we've got. Oh, one thing I wanted to say as well before we open this box, you see on a lot of these Royal Mint products there are stickers with barcodes and a little date. The date is often when that product was completed, put together, finished, barcode on shelf, ready to dispatch. And this is of course the 6th of September, which is just before the passing of Her Majesty the Queen. Because these coins of course will have the effigy of the Queen on, not King Charles. So that's interesting in its own right. I think it's more evidence to say that a lot of these coins were being produced at the time that the Queen passed, and of course it would be very wasteful and material heavy to go and remelt everything down and remake everything. So the Royal Mint choosing not to do so. Now it's quite interesting that we've got King Edward VII as the next British monarch series coin, because he was one of the longest serving, in fact the longest serving Prince of Wales, heir to the throne, at the time that he was alive. And now we had Prince Charles, who's exactly the same. So it's kind of apt that he's the one that is now on the British monarch's coin. Now, of course, this is a set of 21 coins. So this is coin 4. You can have a read of the little booklet at your leisure if you want to pause the video. It's a really cool series. I'm really digging this series. I think it's got a lot of potential. I think it's going to be exceptionally beautiful at the end with its eclectic nature of all the different monarchs and designs. It's just a shame we don't have any bullion versions of these coins, only the proofs. That said, the proofs are really very, very good right now in terms of holding value. In fact, a lot of the earlier editions are going up, and that's a great sign for what's to come. So 21 coins is quite a lot. It's, I think, 4 a year, so we're going to see quite a lot of cool things coming out. So here we have the coin, King Edward VII, silver proof. This is the 1 ounce version of the silver proof. Now, why this was really attractive to a lot of people was because one of the most quintessential kind of sovereign designs out there is the Edward VII sovereign. So here, I don't have one right here in front of me, but here is the image of King Edward on the gold. Now I have to say, as pretty as the design is, and as you know, it's honouring its sort of traditions of King Edward's look with the bald-headed portrait there and the real sort of beauty of that beard. I mean, it's one of the best beards on coins out there, without a shadow of a doubt. It does look better in gold. It does, and I thought it would look really good in the silver, and it does look good. Don't get me wrong. But I think it looks even better in the gold. Now, I have not got a spare 55,000 to buy the whole set of the 1 ounce golds for this Monarch series. I like to call that the premium business class ticket, but these 1 ounce silvers will have to suffice as the economy ticket for this ride-along journey. So there it is. I think it looks good in silver. It's nice to see it in silver actually compared with gold, because this is the most common sort of effigy that you see of him in that gold. Of course, there are silver coins, circulation coins out there with his effigy on as well, but you don't get them in the sort of proof form. So it's really nice to see that and how it looks here. You know, it's faithful to that original image, which does look good. One thing I would say is, though, I do think that, I mean, it's a pretty broad-necked sort of image on the gold anyway, but because there's sort of like a little bit of texturing on the base of the neck there, kind of see some of the, almost like the muscle tones or just the change in the way it looks. This, there isn't really so much, so it's kind of just a big chunky neck, which doesn't necessarily look as great, but I still think it's a pretty good design, all things told, and it's one of our, you know, real sort of beautiful monarchs with that, as I said, big bountiful beard. Now, one thing I'm intrigued by is the 2 ounce silver, because on one of the different, well, I think it was the James, I want to say it was the James, the strike on the 2 ounce of that one was very much more deeper and detailed. So I'm intrigued to see if that's the case for this one here with the 2 ounce. Now you can see the fundamental difference in the display units of the 1 and 2 ounce, with this coming in the nice kind of gloss box, although it is a black gloss box from the Royal Mint. Bit more of a kind of, you know, luxury product in that sense. It is, of course, twice the price, being a 2-ounce silver coin, and twice the thickness, as you can see. So there's the comparison side by side. But one thing I also will say before we just look at the high relief on the coin or not is the capsules are better, although this one is still this this kind of slightly questionable snap capsule. It's one of these ones I found that once it's closed, it's fine. But if as soon as you open it from a closed position after the first time, it'll never close properly again. So it was in its housing, it hadn't come loose, which is a great step. So 2 ounce on the right, 1 ounce on the left. Is there a difference in the strike and the depth of field? Probably not, I would say. I can't really see a huge difference. The biggest difference maybe you could notice would be on the ear. And it's hard to tell with the viewfinder of my camera, but I think they're pretty much the same. So that's somewhat of a disappointment in a way, because I kind of wanted to see this in a real big, deep stamp. I suppose the more I'm looking at it, there is maybe a touch more depth to it, but it's hard to tell. It really is. But nevertheless, it's still quite a pretty elegant coin. The 2 ounce, I think, is a real nice heft and size to it. You know, essentially it's the same coin, but double the thickness, so it's not necessarily like you're getting much more from the 1 ounce silvers. But I still think the 2 ounce silver is going to be a really sought after one, just because the way it's presented in the box, the slightly low, well, the significantly lower mintage. So if we get the 2 certificates out and have a look at them side by side, so we've got the 2 ounce silver proof here, which I've got number 18. That's pretty cool. It's a nice low number, unless pretty much you get number 1. Not going to make too much difference in your life. This is a mintage of 750. And the 1 ounce has a limited mintage of 1,360 max, 350, 1,350 in this presentation. So, you know, it's sort of half the mintage, just over half the mintage of the 1 ounce, which is kind of cool. I like it. I think it's good. And it's nice because, as I said, they don't both break the bank massively when buying, compared with, for example, the golds, which really would. Now, quality-wise, I don't think we've had any issues so far. I think they both look good. I haven't seen any massive breaks and frosting on the coins. If you've seen something on one of those coins that we've already shown, then do shout me out. We'll be, of course, looking through this on the video edit when I do it to see if there's anything that I spot, but at the moment, they're all looking pretty good. So let's have a look at coin number 3 and see if that one's all right. One of the tips that I will always say is if you can get yourself into nice natural light, even nice bright sunlight like this, you'll see almost immediately any breaks and frostings on the coin, because they'll just reflect off straight away. I'm not seeing anything on that. I think the finish on these are really nice, actually. If we're talking about quality of finish, definitely a nice finish on there. I haven't really checked. Queenie, goodness me, we've ignored you. Sorry, Your Majesty. We have ignored the Queen on the backs of these coins. So, how are the quality of the Queen? Looks pretty good to me. There's maybe a speck of dust on the coin on that side, but I'm not too concerned about a little speck of dust. That's fine. Yeah, I'm happy with that. There's no breaks and frosting, no scratches, no dings, no dents. So that's the 2 ounce all sorted. We've got the 1 ounce over here. That looks pretty good to my eyes as well. I mean, I'm looking... I might not see something that you see. If you see something that's not quite right, then let me know down in that comments. I've been saved a few times from people who've noticed things that I haven't, but that looks all fine. And the last one, well, the first one that we opened, the last one to look at now, that's looking all good here as well. Although, yeah, is it capsule? Maybe. Remember, yeah, I think it's capsule. Underneath, there's a little bit of dust there, but that's fine. Dust is all right. I don't really care about dust. The plan for these is to send the 1 ounce silvers off to the graders eventually, once I've got enough of them together to make it kind of economically worthwhile to send off. And the aim is to try and get a group of all 21 coins in slabs that will be PF70s, hopefully. You know, with 2 you might hope to get them. That'll look pretty cool. I'm more of a fan of these coins in slabs than I am in the boxes. That's just because I can collect them, I can see them, I can enjoy them a little bit easier. The capsules, they're not the best in the world, and as I said, if you open the capsule, you're never going to get it closed again. Have to say though, look at that image, that looks pretty cool. I'm very happy with the way those are looking, glinting in the sunlight like that. Yes, there is King Edward VII. I really am a big fan of this series, and I think it's going to look great when it's done. I'm super looking forward. It's like the Queen's Beast. I said it at the start. I think it's going to look great when all 10 are done, all laid out on the table, and I think this is going to be the same. For 21 coins, I mean, goodness me, 21 of these all together is going to be great. And the key coin in the series is, of course, going to be Her Majesty the Queen, which I think is due in 2025, I want to say. And it's going to basically be Queen on one side, King on the other. So good old Queenie, she'll be back. She'll be back with a vengeance, and I would imagine she'll be more popular than ever before when that coin comes around. So definitely one not to miss. In terms of the future of this series, of course, we're going to see King Charles's effigy on these coins from here on out, which is going to be somewhat sad to see the Queen vanish from our coins. But I will hold judgment until I start to see them come in and start to see how they look and how they feel. You know, it's life. We've got to move on. As time has moved on with this series, you know, we're commemorating past monarchs that have lived and passed. So, kind of cool series. Really looking forward to how it goes. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you're a Backyard Bullion Rambler and you've been watching to this point in the video, then give us a shout out. You're in the Cool Kids Club. Thank you so much for watching. And if you are watching and have enjoyed to this point without subscribing to my channel, then consider hitting that subscribe button, because we're going to do cool videos like this all the way through this series. It's certainly not to be missed. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next video. And I've now got the wonderful task of tidying up the cascade of mess that I've made here on the table, unboxing these coins. But that is the hashtag life of a silver coin YouTuber. So, thank you. We'll see you on the next one. And as always, please make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe for more.